Okay, so what's coming up is that in about a half hour, we're going to do a squad stream with Dropout Live of College Humor fame, and Carolyn Page is going to be my opponent, and we are going to battle in a flavor deck battle. We are going to see whose fairy tales emerge dominant. The important thing here is to have flavor-driven builds. We are completely unconcerned with the power level of a deck. We do want it to be functional. You don't want to make a deck that's not functional, but power level is not the concern here. And here's my rules about flavor deck building. Every single non-land card in the deck has to have a flavor justification for being in there, or at least a pun justification for being in there. And the lands you can be loose on because these end up with horrible mana bases. So we're going to play whatever we need to in terms of land. Although if you can be flavorful with the lands, all the better. And I have Jack and the Beanstalk, Hansel and Gretel, and Snow White as my 3 decks. I have a good start on all of them, but we got to finish them off and get their mana bases correct before noon here, or I won't be ready for this showdown. So if this is of interest to you, please hang out and help me build these decks and play them. If not, if you just want to see me jump back into this the traditional draft that we started, I am going to finish the draft when I finish the squad stream. So at 2 p.m. Pacific, if you want to come, if you're not interested in this and you want to come back at 2 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to switch back to finishing up the draft we started, and then we have. I'm going to change my info right now to reflect what we're doing on my stream. But let me open one of these decks to show you where I'm at. Let's start. Well, I'll just start with whichever one is highest up. Looks like Hansel and Gretel is our first one. Here's what I've got going on so far, and I'll get out of your way and then change some info in my stream, and then we'll talk. How do they do it? Hold on. Looks like they're doing it all lowercase. I just like to represent other people's brands the way they want it represented. I'm going to just go all lowercase. There we go. All right, so that's updated. Yes, this is historic. This is historic. So we can not only use non-Eldraine cards, but we can use M19 cards, for example. This has an unfortunate name, and we may be able to cut it and just use Insatiable Appetite instead. But one of the things I really wanted for this deck and couldn't quite find was the flavor of fattening up Hansel and Gretel, Hansel specifically. But so the idea of a single biogenic upgrade is that we could have a flavor moment where we fatten up the curious pair. So that's what that's there for. That may be able to go. So let me explain my current thinking in this deck and where we're at. So in the story, a white bird guides Hansel and Gretel to the cabin. So we have to have the Healer's Hawk or some other white bird. It has to have creature type bird and it has to be white. If you want to replace it with something else, we could, but we need at least one white bird. It's a gingerbread house, so of course there's going to be ginger brutes there because there's the house is freaking made out of these guys. This was another option for Gird for Battle, was maybe a little bit better of a way to fatten them up. These are both fatten them up type ideas. This could go there as well. This is like the fatten them up cards. Take Heart. This is kind of a pun of sorts. In the story, the Wicked Queen. Oh no, wait, this is the wrong one. This Take Heart goes. I got my decks mixed up. This is for Snow White. In Snow White, the hunter is told to bring back Snow White's heart to show to the evil queen, and instead the hunter kills a beast and takes the beast's heart. So he takes a heart to anyway. So this wrong deck. We'll get to you later. Of course. Okay, so then we have a Prying Blade. The reason we have Prying Blade, this is also in my Jack and the Beanstalk deck. At the end of when they kill the witch, they steal all of her jewels, like they steal her treasure. And so the Prying Blade is in there for the notion of them stealing the witch's treasure at the end of the story. Of course, the witch's oven is pretty straightforward. Curious Pair is Hansel and Gretel. Here's what I talked with Carolyn this morning about some side rules we could make, and we were going to leave it up to chat so you can start thinking about it. But I said I debate when making flavor decks between including multiples of a non-legendary that represents a story character, or just including one, because hey, of course there's only one Curious Pair in Hansel and Gretel, right? But the trouble with being slavish to the deck list on that front is that then you don't see Hansel and Gretel in your Hansel and Gretel deck. So I kind of have like a 3 max rule. Also 3 is a magic number in fairy tales anyway. But I suggested to Carolyn that we have a rule that says we can run any number of things like Curious Pair in our decks that we can, but we do a self-imposed legendary rule on them. Self-imposed legendary rule such that if we have a Curious Pair out, we can't cast the Curious Pair side of our second one, right? So that's up to chat, though. If we decided to leave that up to chat, but that's an idea we have. I did not use the cottage because we have, where is it? We have the gingerbread cabin. The gingerbread cabin is literally this cabin. It's literally Hansel and Gretel's cabin that they're going to eat. So even though the gingerbread cabin is a witch's cabin, I feel like it's a flavor clash to include a different witch's cabin when we have the witch's cabin right here. Pledge of Unity, I like it. Yeah. That's not a bad Fatima. It has a better. That's good. Excellent. Love it. I kind of looked at that and somehow it didn't click with me. But that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to keep the Insatiable Appetite, but Pledge of Unity is great because, of course, Hansel and Gretel will pledge their unity in defeating this witch. So anyway, continue going. Sorcerer's Broom. I use this in the Snow White deck as well. I know that it's at its heart about the Sorcerer's Apprentice, but in all of these fairy tales, they capture the women and force them to clean. So this is in because Gretel's role. Hans gets put in a cage. Okay, that's what the cage is for. Hansel gets put into a cage, and Gretel gets put to work. So that's what these two represent. Of course, Trail of Breadcrumbs is how they initially find their way back. Well, actually, a Trail of Rocks is how they initially find their way back, but birds eat the trail of crumbs, so it doesn't work for them. Golden Egg is a bit of a stretch, but it's partly that it's food. I feel like you can get away with any food in the Hansel and Gretel story, and Golden Egg also can be part of the treasure that's at the witch's house. Even though this is more of a Jack and the Beanstalk card directly, I think this is okay, and it helps us with the mana in the deck a bit. Heart Piercer Bow is also wrong. I got my fairy tale mixed up. Heart Piercer Bow and Take Heart were for the Snow White story where the hunter kills an animal to disguise that Snow White has been killed. Tempting Witch. Now she's got the apple, so of course this is more Snow White as well. But there's only one Tempting Witch, and certainly the witch in this cabin is a Tempting Witch, so that qualifies. And she's tempting with food. This we could potentially cut the Foreboding Fruit because it's not. There's nothing about the fruit. There's nothing about the food at the witch's house that's actually poisoned or anything. It's that. So maybe this is on the cutting block. Oops. potential cutting block. Vona's hunger. Vona's the wrong word, but hunger struck me because like the Hansel and Gretel are like starving in the forest, right? So they really are starving and hungry, and that's why they make their way to this cabin and eat it. So I liked having a card that said hunger. Maybe Vona is Gretel's nickname. And so Heartless Pillage goes back to the Prying Blade. Maybe we don't need both of these. In fact, maybe we can cut the Prying Blade and just call Heartless Pillage the Hansel and Gretel ransacking the house after they kill the witch. I mean, they're allowed to be heartless. That witch was pretty heartless, but it was the pillage that I like. I don't know if there's another pillage card we could look for. Another thing I do is like look for keywords. See, like Pirate's Pillage sounds just a little worse to me than Heartless Pillage. Pledge of Unity we discussed. Plunderer was another option for the pillage part. I think we just cut that. Wicked Guardian is the wicked stepmother. The stepmother in this story is the one that insists that they can no longer feed the children, therefore we should leave them in the woods to let them die. And Carver is the dad, because he's the dad in the story is a woodsman, so I'm going to say that he carves up wood that he finds in the woods. Cage, this represents the cage that Hansel is put into. Bake into a pie is, hey, it's good removal, and let's assume that the witch in the woods is baking stuff into a pie to make food for the... what's the deliver unto evil? Is that like what... yeah, that could potentially work. What does it do? Yeah, it's not even bad. Hostage taker doesn't feel like hostage is the right word. I think hostage is enough of a flavor fail that I don't want to do that one. But we'll consider deliver unto evil, because that's certainly what happens when they make it to the cave, the cabin. Out muscle. This represents Gretel shoving the witch into the oven. And the witch is reduced to ashes in the oven. And of course, Hansel and Gretel in the forest are totally lost. And while they are at the house and eating, they consume. So this is where I started with this deck. What do you think? We can just cut Foreboding Fruit and call it a deck. What does it look like here? Bone to ash. Hush about the mana. We'll worry about the mana. We have eggs. Don't worry, we have eggs. Who run away together. Run away together is interesting, but they didn't run away. They were trying to get back home. I think I'm gonna... I have issues with run away, because they didn't run away. They were abandoned. They were the stepmother tried to murder them. No, they don't run away from the witch. They kill her, and they walk away with her treasure. I'm going to say no on run away together. Also, we don't need more blue cards. I'm one nod to totally lost, one nod to reduced to ashes. The rest is green, white, black. And no, I'm never going to use consecrate. We're only going to consume with consecrate consume. That'll be a rule. Actually, this one looks pretty good. Let's just look at this awful mana base, shall we? Mana base needs to be settled before I move on. Then we can move on. Let's see. We have 3 Fabled Passages. Healer's Hawk, because in the story, a white bird leads Hansel and Gretel to... what do we have to do once? Okay, fair enough. Everyone should have a once upon a time. I like it. As long as it's green. The mana is actually not that bad. Take a look at what we're really doing here. We are colorless on 1, except for the hawk. Heavy green on 2, heavy black on 3. So basically we're a green-black deck splashing a little bit of everything else, and that's okay. Like, so actually let's focus on that. I think that have too much of the other colors, frankly. No, we don't have to do happily ever after here because we'll see it in the next deck. The other thing is we need to mix up components in the. I don't want to overlap too much in my decks, and we're using happily ever after in the Snow White deck, which I'll show you. Boy, you think the mana's bad here. Wait till I show you what's going on in Snow White. Anyway, let's get back to here, and I want to reduce the amount of white splash. And we don't want double splash tap lands. We need a plains though. And we need, I have one basic of each for hunting purposes. Oops. Swamp. Montane, forest, and then that leaves us with 3 of these that we still need to cut. I like these. Maybe we cut one of these. Too much of, looks like there's too much support for the white splash here. That gets us close. I like the Lotus Field for brute force fixing in these weird decks. So we're fine. We've got Lotus Field. Well, maybe you could argue Chromantic Lantern was used as they went through the woods. Let's get a Chromantic Lantern. We can get 1 lantern in there. I think that's fair. Gotta cut something though. Let's see. Maybe I'll just cut 1 bake into a pie. We got some other removal. Try to keep it, have some more variety. Oh, we need 2 cuts though currently. What's our current land? Oh, only 21 land. Oh, we have to actually add a lot more land and make more cuts. So I'm going to cut a cage. I'm going to cut a trail. That's really good, though. Maybe just 1 ginger brute's fine. We'll cut golden eggs down to 2 since it's a stretch anyway. And then that gives us, where's that now? 21, 22, 23. That's close. 1 more cut. I'm going to cut a... Ooh, circuitous route is interesting, although then we... Yeah. I like it. I like it. That's a good one. Good one. Good job, chat. Let's see. Maybe we'll cut Wicked Guardian down to 1. We can keep... Maybe we'll keep these actual legendaries, so to speak. I think I cut Deliver Unto Evil. It's reasonable because the bird is delivering them unto evil, but it's a little bit... Yeah, the broom is also side flavor. These are kind of both side flavor cards. But I love the ongoing theme of, in these fairy tales, of capturing the women and making them clean. Or, you know, even Snow White, she wasn't captured, but it's like, all right, you can stay if you clean, right? I think it's got... And also, yeah, I like it. I'm going to keep that, and then I'm going to cut the witch down to no, I'm going to do this. Deliver Unto Evil was a reasonable suggestion, but I'm going to do it this way, I think. And then we get to look at these lands again. I put Idyllic Grange because I had a feeling like this is where they lived, maybe. You know, this is the woodcutter's cottage, but let's cut that. We don't need that. Our mana is too poor to be running running that. And then let's really beef up our base color. And then maybe another temple. There's a little bit more. white than the other splashes. Yeah, we're pausing right now, Robert, ahead of a flavor battle. Oh, and I got to keep going here. We got to do the other ones quick. Let's finish this up and call this good enough. Maybe another Lotus. No, I guess I can't do more than 3 Fabled Passages when we only have 5 total. In fact, I might even have to cut this down to 2 and just go up on the hollow, up on a forest. What I might do is actually, I can ship these lists here. Okay, I'm going to go done. Hansel and Gretel, export. Save. H and G. Gonna need these loaded anyway. Working on a Stream Decker here. And then, all right, we're gonna open up the other one though. Let's go to Beanstalk. Stream Decker broken? Come on. What's up, Stream Decker? Okay, so Beanstalk. We get the Gilded Goose, because this is the story the goose shows up in, and the golden eggs are part of this. We have Jack as the giant killer. We also have Jack as an audacious thief. Jack barters some cows. Here, let's look at food. There's I'm missing some obvious ones from here. We could probably run a giant skewer, because it says the word giant in it. But where is it? Giant opportunity. Gotta run some of those, of course. Maybe even 3 of them. All right, here we got an upload. Load new. Like, if I run out of time here, I'm going to throw these decks out to you, and then while I'm playing the first one that is kind of somewhat ready, you some trusted individuals maybe could help tune the other ones while I play. Anyway, we're going to go. Where is it? Here. All right, so if Stream Decker is working, what? Oh wait, now it should do it. Let's try again. There we go. Now it's Hansel and Gretel. All right, let's see. So I have the Giant Killer, Gilded Goose, Prying Blade because he's a thief and he steals stuff when he goes. Screaming Shield. I couldn't find a harp, but the harp screams to let the giant know that Jack is there. I need a giantess card because the giant's wife kind of betrays the giant in this story and like takes pity on Jack, who then murders her husband. So bad move, giantess. But we do need a giantess. Somebody come up with a giantess. Yeah, we can do epic downfall seems fine. The giant killer is there too. Giant skewer, golden egg, marauder's axe. Of course, he chops down the beanstalk, so we needed an axe. Millstone is for grind your bones to make your bread. We could cut it as side flavor that has no real synergies, but I do like the fee-fi. You know, I will grind your bones to make my bread is pretty funny. Rogue's Glove for the thieving side of things again. And then Bartered Cow to trade for the beans. Beanstalk Giant, of course. Oh, Blood for Bones is interesting. Then maybe the mill even works a little bit. Put a couple of those in for now. Well, we can look at all the giants. I don't know how many giants we actually need here. Why do we like Bulwark specifically? Gains 5, like whatever. Oh, Bulwark Giant looks female. Good call. Thank you. Okay, good call. You got it. That's our giantess. We'll only run the one. I forgot the question I asked, but that's an excellent, excellent call on the female giant. Yeah, we don't have time to go red, I don't think. This is pretty darn good, though. We're close. We can do a couple of these. And maybe another epic downfall. Oh, I need Castle Lochthwain because that's the floating castle in the sky. Yeah, I was thinking of that. We could do Howling. Let's do that. Let's do a Howling Giant because we need to fill this out. And what are our... Looking at 24 lands here. Maybe that's too much. Too many thieves. What other food stuff did we have? Don't want a gingerbread cabin in this one. I think just throw in another golden egg and another Once Upon a Time. Yeah, bag is interesting. Then maybe it makes the millstone interesting, although that's not discard, is it? But need to fill out the deck. All right. And then lands, I want to get better fixing in. I actually managed to keep this one 3 color. But I'm not interested in basics. We want some shrines, temples, tomb, temple, woodland cemetery. Oh, come on, we'll suggest. All right, I'm going to call this one done with barely having looked at the mana. We're going to call this Jack and the Beanstalk. And I'm going to export that. And add another. I'm going to OK and set as current. And now, Hat, you've signed up. Skeptical Hat is now going to fix the mana in this deck while I... Oh no, it's supposed to be giant. Maybe it's not there yet. Come on. Anyway, where's this one? Here we go. Hey, Snow White. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Exactly. So, in this one, where are we at? Close on this one, good. So to show you, we have Happily Ever After, and this may seem ridiculous, but if we include Plain Wine Celebration, not only can we win with Happily Ever After, it's perfect. It's so perfect, I wonder if they did this on, like, if they designed Happily Ever After around Plain Wine Celebration being the way that you get there. right? Because we can make one citizen gain 12 life and actually win this game. So we're going to run this. Helm of the Host is because the dwarves are hosts, and I want to do whatever we can to get 7 dwarves. So I'm going to play Helm of the Host, but my rule is it can only go on 7 dwarves. Helm of the Host is only in this deck for 7 dwarves. We've got Beloved Princess, of course, Prince Charming, the 7 dwarves, the broom again for cleanup. She gets put in the glass casket. Forever Young that's the magic mirror, and the witch wishing to be forever beautiful. Linden is actually Snow White's actual mom, who dies early in the story after cutting her finger on a needle. That's why I justify spinning wheel. I know this is a Sleeping Beauty thing, but there's no needle cards, and I needed Linden to have something to hurt her finger on, because that's what happens at the beginning of the story. Then she dies, and of course the stepmother tempting witch becomes the wicked queen. Savvy Hunter. Oh, this is where we got Heart. I want Take Heart and Heart Piercer Bow in here, because our Savvy Hunter uses the Heart Piercer Bow to take a heart to dupe the queen into thinking that Snow White is dead. Yeah, also Rumpelstiltskin, good call. There's spinning wheels in several of these. And then we've got, again, this is the classic Foreboding Fruit. This is the Tempting Witch with her Foreboding Fruit, which is Vengeance. At the end of Snow White, the witch at the wedding tries to sabotage it all. The witch is just gonna F everything up, but the prince is like, nah, I'm on to you, and makes her dance in red hot slippers until she dies. There is a mirror. Here's the magic mirror, the Mirror March. And of course we have True Love's Kiss and Plain White Celebration and Happily Ever After. I think this is just fine. Let's just find one more thing to put in here. And well, it's a beast's heart, according to the story that I saw. I mean, you could put a boar in there, I suppose. But fixing the mana on, that's why we need all these spinning wheels. In fact, maybe we just get 4 spinning wheels. Well, here, craft all. Finish deck. Nah, no triple blue for the actual one. This is good too, and it makes fun times with the dwarves for flavor points. Okay, this is close. I'm going to do a fairly arbitrary. Where do we want? I guess we could get another glass casket. Yeah, sleep. Let's see what we can. Sleep is all in blue though, right? So Charm Sleep would be nice, but I don't know if we can actually devastate our mana base for a double blue. If it was a single blue, I would do it. But again, our deck has to be functional. All right, fine. Mama wants it in. I can't argue with Mama. There you go. It'll be our last card. Charm Sleep. Mama, you get to make this mana base now. No, who or anybody who wants this mana base? Who's gonna be my volunteer to fix this up? Yeah, sleep paralysis. Okay, whoever fixes this deck, you can. Well, Charm Sleep is a little more flavorful, but I do like sleep paralysis. Let's use sleep paralysis instead, and then we'll be very close. Oh, it's noon. This is where I got to learn how to squad stream. I've never done this before. Okay, and set as current. Garrick feels a little too powerful. Garrick feels out of the spirit of the event. I don't want to run a Garrick, even though you could argue it on flavor. It's too powerful. No, I can't. I don't have time to fix it. Somebody's got to fix it for me. That's all right. We can do a. Okay. But we're going to start with Hansel and Gretel, I think, and I'm going to figure out how to stream, challenge, etc. Let's see. How does this work? Oh, I should go and call. All right, we got a direct challenge here. I'm going to start there. Let's actually go home. I'm going to call. I started a call. We'll see if Carolyn pokes her head in here. And so we're waiting on... Well, here, I'll try this. I'll try starting a squad stream. And I want to make sure Carolyn has my deets for challenging me. I can't hear you, Caroline. Or Carolyn. You should pronounce your name for me, too, so I make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. Did I get a volunteer to... Oh, yeah, Dwarven Mines should be in there. Thank you. Dwarven Mines are essential. I meant to do that for sure. So if there's no Dwarven Mines, put those in the... Did somebody volunteer? Who's getting Snow White? I guess I can do it now if we're waiting on... Oh. I wonder... Oh, wait. This it's probably streamer mode. How about that? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We had this worked out. All right, let me try user settings again. No, microphone looks good. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Hey. Okay. Is it because I turned off web sound? That could be. I guess I'll do this. Gotta close some stuff. Figuring out the tech. Bear with us here. I'm going to try calling you again, Carolyn, because maybe that'll, now that I've taken myself off of that mode, hopefully it works. Let's try again. How are we doing now?
Yay!
Yay! We got it.
Great. Huzzah. And there was much rejoicing.
It's always a tech support stream, 100% of the time.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so I'm going to challenge you to battle.
Okay, and it sounds like we may be getting echo voice. Is that still happening? Let's see. All right, don't say anything. Cut that. Is it both of us echoing or just hopefully that helps. I think I found the one that was messed up. So I think we're good now. Let me know if it's a big echo. Aha, it's Dark Ocelot's fault. So, which fairy tale are you playing?
I'm starting with Beauty and the Beast.
Nice.
Which was a very formative fairy tale for me because I wanted that library so bad.
Yeah.
Fairy tale, I think, is, I don't know. how similar it is to the Disney movie.
It was fun to read. Like, I did some research on mine. I went and read at least the Wikipedia pages on the ones I did, and got nice and into the weeds of the details of these fairy tales. And it is interesting to see how the originals are different from the Disney interpretations. But I am playing Hansel and Gretel here.
Lovely. Now that's a dark one, even in like the kidified.
Oh man.
Version.
Yeah, there's all sorts of nasty stuff that happens in these things. So we were talking before we started doing this about having a self-imposed legendary rule, and we were going to see if chat liked that idea. And that's the idea that obviously we have some non-legendary creatures in here that represent protagonists or characters in the story, major characters in the story. I was saying we should have a rule that we have self-imposed legendary, and that if you cast one of your story characters, you can't cast the other one.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm going to do that. Oh, nice. I actually forgot to include Once Upon a Times in my green decks until chat was like,
They're like, you're going to want that.
Yeah. It's pretty flavorful.
Oh gosh, I don't even know. Temple of Milady.
So I have Totally Lost in this deck as a really difficult to cast but high flavor card that I'm now going to scry to the bottom.
Oh, very good. Of course, that's so good. I should have had that in this deck because I feel like Belle gets lost.
Yeah, she is gets lost in the woods. Yep.
Oh,
a lot of lost humans in these stories.
Yeah.
And we of course have here our gingerbread cabin. So the Hansel and Gretel now have a place to end up.
Let's do that. Oh yeah, so Hansel and Gretel, that's a good one, and that's the. I'm assuming there's a curious pair in here.
Yes. So the real story of this fairy tale, as I learned, there's some extra details. For one, they first leave a trail of stones. I don't have that really in here. That works, but then the wicked stepmother wants to just leave them in the woods to die, and they find their way back via stones. But then she figures that out, doesn't let them have access to stones, and that's when they use the breadcrumbs. That doesn't work. The animals eat all the breadcrumbs, but then, this is what I didn't know, a white bird leads them to the cabin, the gingerbread cabin. So I was compelled to include a white bird in this deck because it is what leads them to the cabin. But we have the Tempting Witch already.
I love that. Yeah, Tempting Witch, that's flavor right off the bat. I'm starting with, I've got a suspicious bookcase.
Oh, nice. So yeah, that's great.
You're in the castle, you're like, oh, you hear a little scuttering, and then
you see dancing teacups and stuff.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to drop this, and we got another super flavor card for the deck. The Trail of Breadcrumbs.
Classic. I love the food token with the curly bananas. That's like...
Yeah, I want that banana so badly.
There's something about those bananas.
That is a magic banana right there.
This truly is a magic banana.
Open your wine with it and then eat it.
Oh. And then you see from the corner little moving clockwork servant.
Of course. Be our guest.
To be our guest. Da, 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 da,
all right, let's go like this. Oh, we got to keep that. Let's get that going right now.
No.
Well, it just completes the scene. To have our curious pair. But they'll create some food first.
Delicious.
The whole team is almost here. Ooh, we're almost Hey chat, we're close.
No. doesn't sound good.
Shambling suit, more artifact creatures,
Yep.
walking clothing works for the...
Yep. The knights get they're all animated.
All
Or
right,
I guess it's kind of dark, like the servants got turned into objects for like 100 years or something.
Right.
Scary.
They've been... A lot of people suffer a lot in these tales, no question.
Yeah.
So we also talked about possible flavor points from chat when you assemble enough of your story to be, and I think I get flavor points for what's coming here. We now have Hansel and Gretel with their trail of breadcrumbs and the tempting witch, but we also have they're very hungry. Oh, they're hungry. So
Nice.
Vona is Gretel's nickname. I don't know if you knew that, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh, I should have played that last time. I'll sack this little clockwork servant and this bookcase. Can go out. I guess Hansel and Gretel ate the bookcase and the clockwork servant?
Hey, if it's that or die, you're going to try and get your sustenance out of paper. Maybe the books are leather bound. There's got to be some protein in there somewhere.
Absolutely. People, so who knows, like, if they die, what happens there. Okay, now the beast is a great collector. The west wing of the castle.
Sure.
That's the curator's ward. Yeah.
It's a very museum-like mansion.
And then we're actually, just as Belle was trapped in the castle, we'll get trapped in this tower.
She can let down her hair.
Yeah.
We can't stop that.
She can let down all of her arms.
However, bad news
Baby
for you.
arms.
The curious pair, they're still hungry.
No. This is so flavor. I love it. I mean, literally flavor.
Delicious, delicious artifacts.
It's so good. Okay. We're gonna need this gargoyle to come alive on top of the castle.
Nice.
And we'll bring this suit of armor, another suit of armor, back to life. Let me grab some.
Let's see. What can we do here? I got a bunch of weaklings. Oh, that could work. No, that's not going to work yet. Maybe we'll take a look what's coming here. I don't think we want that. And this witch. Oh, and the witch can't even chuck anything at your stuff. But we can crack a food. And the trail. Where does the trail lead? We're gonna pay here.
I don't know what you mean by punting system.
Oh, you got Dionysus chatting in your stream.
Yeah. They're
I'll take
asking
that.
how does the punting system work for this?
Oh, that's all he
I don't
cares
know what
about.
that means.
You can tell him there are no punts in Flavor Battle. That's what you should
There
say.
are no punts in flavor battle.
All he lives for is calling out my mistakes. That's his goal in life.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's good to
flavor
have
punt.
fans
No,
that
actually,
got your back.
here's what you can tell him. He can punt us on flavor. If we've really screwed up the flavor and it doesn't match the story in some way, that's a punt here. But no other. Only flavor punts. Only flavor punts.
Okay.
This can block? Can't block unless you have 4 more cards in hand. Okay, so it can't block, but it's about to start
Right now it's
beating me down. Oh, no, I don't have
So I
7 in the
can't
yard
attack,
yet. Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just sitting there being a gargoyle. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. So we're going to do this then. I'm going to send in this curious pair.
Oh, okay. They got too curious. The shambling suit's gonna step in front
Don't
of
worry,
them.
their dad's around. Their dad is a...
Their dad?
The dad's a woodsman. And the dad really likes the kids and is only capitulating to the evil stepmom, so he is still into saving these poor children.
Oh, what a good father.
Now, couldn't block because can't block unless they have 4 more cards in hand. So they need Carolyn needs 4 cards before she can block here.
Yeah.
Hey, Nexus Tavern, what's up?
I'm gonna do get a little human.
Well, that's nice
And
for the beast as well.
Yes.
Ah, that's
And
a good.
then-
Pacifism is a good flavor for the wild. You got to pacify the beast, right?
Exactly. Like that's yeah, exactly. And then that's all we can do.
Good, because it's not all I can
Now.
do.
There's gargoyles on his castle.
Of course.
That's the link. Yeah.
He's got a big castle. Anything castle related is fine for Carolyn's deck.
Cinderella one is I'm good.
Let's go.
I like the flavor of that one. And I think it might be a better deck as well, but we'll see. Yeah.
Gaining some life.
And a lot of life.
Everybody's pacified. All right. Well, Dad's got to get it done on his own then.
He's got to come and get the kids and possibly the witch. I don't know.
Yeah, we can rewrite these stories here. The dad shows up and punches the whip. Oh, there's another, my only red card, because the witch is reduced to ashes. And in fact, in the original story, it's like they actually, the Grimm brothers used that phrasing or something close about, becoming ashes.
Right, when they put her in the oven.
Right. So glad to get my... Oh, here's my splash land. I actually could have cast that. All right, now... This is getting real. How about... Now, we're gonna bake your gargoyle into a pie. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Gargoyle pie?
Gargoyle
It doesn't
pie...
sound very tasty to me.
I don't think that gargoyle is doing anything right now. We're just looking at that gargoyle. Yeah, that's true. We can give. I'm gonna give. So. We're gonna use out muscle on one of these, and I put out muscle in because Gretel has to out muscle the witch to get her into the oven. So that's what this is, and so it's appropriate that the Curious Pair is doing this. Gretel's warming up for killing the witch here.
Sure. Yeah. Been Kamikaze Into the Woods is one of my favorite musicals too.
Oh, Angry Mob is good, yeah. I don't know if you have an Angry Mob in your deck, but
I do have an Angry
nice.
Mob in
Perfect.
here. Yeah.
Yeah, flavor. That's why I counted. I targeted Curious Pair. Had to have flavor win of Gretel getting her practice in. You cannot overcome the extra breadcrumb cards, though. This is
Those
quite
food
an
tokens
engine
are
here.
Pretty tasty.
We only get one of them, though, this time. So sad. Ooh, let's take that. We have our guide bird.
Here we go. Okay. Dad's gonna do some time. just like Belle was
yeah, Belle gets put in prison.
And her father was imprisoned as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of imprisonment in... It's kind of an imprisonment tale.
There's a lot of imprisonment, and it's not great. What do I want to do with this? I don't really need that out right now. And get this gargoyle to come alive. Bell in my deck is just the 1/1s. All right, the golden egg. Is that just because it's a food?
It is a food, and also it's my loosest inclusion probably, but at the end of, but it's food, and I figure any food is kind of okay in Hansel and Gretel. And also at the end of the story, they ransack the witch's cottage for all of her treasure, so I presume she's done some bartering for some golden eggs in her time, and there's probably some golden eggs in the... Now, this game's not going to go on for a while, because we're going to drop this hawk, and it's going to be awesome.
You're at 32 life right now. That's great.
The only question is, how fast can we get you to 0? I'm going to sack more food. We're going to double trail here.
Giantize this, but those were just other villagers. Just...
Chromatic lantern is another one of our maybe light flavor things, but you know they do go in the woods together.
Have a lantern out. Yeah.
Certainly, they're taking a lantern into the woods, right?
Sure.
Because the parents need to get back.
German kids love to wander off with lanterns. I really like the idea of the stepmother forbidding them rocks.
Right.
Like,
no
get
rocks
away from
for
those
you.
Rocks. No rocks for you. Like, that is harsh parenting.
Well, I mean, leaving him in the woods to die is even harsher. Like, I would take the mom that denies me rocks over the mom that leaves me in the woods to die.
Point. That's a good point.
Man, do not remarry in Eldraine. It's not going to go well.
Yeah. So
actually, it will. They all end up fine, right? You'll remarry, she'll end up dying, and your kids will bring home treasure. It'll be fine. Do it.
True. True. She's blessing. Pulling for these kids here.
Don't touch my hawk. Oh, sorry, that's on me.
Anything about the original, oh, here he is.
Do we have the beast?
Beast is about to make an appearance. I hope you don't have an answer for him.
I have answers for everything.
I'm not surprised.
Well, look who's talking. Trapped in the tower, pacify, stop all my stuff person.
You know, it's about him. It's all about a good imprisonment. All
right, so maybe we could do it. How do we do this? Can't block with that yet.
Oh, yeah. So my chat's saying the witch that cursed the beast went off into the woods and ended up in a hut where she found Hansel and Gretel chilling in her hood, and she wasn't having it. Good job flipping kamikaze.
There you go.
That's some good flavor.
It's definitely some fairy tale mashup going on here.
Yeah. Anyone know anything about the original? I guess I can't do both of these, but about the original Beauty and the Beast tale, like.
If only you had all of the world's knowledge at your fingertips.
Yeah, but that's not as fun as crowdsourcing it from chat.
Well, it's also not as fun as wrecking your face.
Oh, my beast!
Get in your own cage. And, yeah, you can do your worst with your beloved princess there.
Oh, Belle. She's just, well... Oh, well.
Yeah, I had to use... I went with cage because Hansel was put in specifically a cage. Oh.
He's back.
Back?
It's like when he gets... It's like when...
You put me in my cage. You know I have the keys, right? This is my castle.
Like, I live here. I could have attacked then. Well, oops.
Oh, yeah, we're there. You got me now. Now that thing can actually be a problem. So kill it.
Oh,
Bake it into a pie. Watch your teeth on this one. Baking a gargoyle into a pie is not going to make the best food, but it's still edible.
Gargoyle pie. You know what? Let's go, Belle.
Only 35 more swings, Belle.
Skilled animator, but he doesn't have
nothing to animate currently.
But in my headcanon for this deck, this is the witch that comes to the house. This like guy, human artificer.
Nice, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, somebody's got to animate all those, all that porcelain.
Exactly.
So we're gonna crack this food. I want more stuff. Trouble is I can't get spells with the Trail of Crumbs. And I'd like spells to manage your stuff, but...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Get some more food, though.
Did you do any paper pre-release events this weekend?
I didn't. I was talking with chat when I got on the air and saying the... honestly, making the set available on Arena ahead of the pre-release has affected my desire to pre-release. I mean, I would still do it. It's just like I'm a busy guy, and like it's sold out. I was gonna buy a seat, and then it sold out, and I was like, well, you know, it was no big deal because I feel Arena had already scratched the itch. So I don't know how, you know, I don't want him to make me wait. Ooh, we gotta take the other flavor piece here. We're gonna take this flavor piece. Yeah, we'll take this
oven.
too. We got the witch's oven, and in case
sorcerer's broom.
Well, we got the broom because the Gretel is forced to keep house for the witch while she's there.
Yes.
So gotta give Gretel a broom.
She didn't make Hansel clean.
No, Hansel just sat in the cage getting fat. And Gretel did all the work.
Right. That sucks. Them both, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'd rather be doing housework than trapped in a cage, honestly.
Yeah, I'm with you. Although he does get to sit there and eat, you know.
You've got the answer of the universe in life right now. Okay, let's go...
Oh, totally. I didn't know what you're talking about till I saw the 42. I love those books.
Trust everyone on stream is a Douglas Adams fan.
My greatest gaming accomplishment, literally, greatest gaming accomplishment. I peaked early. My greatest gaming accomplishment was when I was in 8th grade, and I came back I lived overseas a couple years and was excited to come back and try out my dad's new computer. I'd never really had a PC before. Yeah, I'm an old person, and I acquired the game, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy text adventure.
Oh, fun!
And I had never read the books at that point, and it's one of the hardest text adventures ever made, even if you have read the books. And without it, I had not read the books and had no help, no clues, no anything, and I beat that game. Beating Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with no story context and no hints is my single greatest gaming accomplishment, and I did it in the 8th grade.
Oh, that's actually crazy because that is a pretty nuts story.
Yeah, nothing makes any sense, and you're doing all these weird things. And although what it did is say, I have to read this story, and then I went and read the books and fell in love with Douglas Adams, and I actually got to hear him read from Mostly Harmless at a book reading before he passed.
That's awesome. He's definitely one of my favorite authors. All right, there we go. We got some. Ooh,
right,
your waifu is rating us with a party of 8. Thank you. And He's Got No Pants is now hosting us.
Nice.
I'm loving these screen names, guys.
All right.
These quality handles.
This curious pair is going to die.
Baked into the witch's oven, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh no, and there's
and what kind
of pies now.
Now, wait a second. Hold on. I have to do this with the curious pair around.
Okay.
I unfortunately have already used my out muscle. However, I would like to note that the curious pair is shoving the witch into the oven. Flavor win! Flavor win!
With the broom. They yeah, love it. Oh. Flavor win!
And let's get some more cards. We'll do this first.
The Healer's Hawk is no good.
Healer's Hawk doing a surprising amount of work this game. Probably getting that eventually.
It's just a solid.
Let's get some more stuff. Maybe we can find some more stuff to do here.
These food tokens. I thought when they first introduced them, I was like, all right, life gain, like, not a big deal, but
it's a real thing, right?
Real. There were some long. I don't think anyone at the pre-release event I went to ever went to a game 3. Like, we were just running out the clock because the games are so long, which I love.
Yeah, I was worried about that as soon as I saw the mechanic. Like, really? You're just going to inject this whole format with endless life gain? These are going to be some grindy games, and they have been. But
I love that.
Yeah,
they're pretty.
Like it,
they're
that's
pretty
fine.
grindy. Yeah. Right, come on, Beast. Let's do this. We got to keep fighting, team.
Yeah, I could have pillaged, but we can still do that. I mean, they're still at the cabin. Do I care about your attacks? Not very much. Let's go with trying to kill this animator, though.
This is an aggro guy. Got to attack. He sees his lady love is being threatened.
All right. Oh, I did have some mana, but nothing to do anything with. Here's how I fix all of my mana in this deck. Let's see. Let's start with this first, though. I'm going to sack some food, make a broom, draw some cards, and wreck your face. I'm so trusting the auto tapper here. It's not even funny. I'm just like, yeah, auto pay, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Ooh, that's good. I mean, not amazing, but look, more food.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Look, the house is made of food. There's a lot of food here.
That checks out. That checks out. My house is made of anthropomorphized gadgets and like furniture.
Well, we're gonna try and steal some of it, because after we kill the witch, it's time for the...
They're taking all... Yeah, you can take that land.
Oh, I should have attacked. I should have raided though. Sorry, that was me. It would have been better I don't even care, except for that it would have made a treasure, which is kind of a flavor win. So it was a flavor fail on my part. Sorry, chat.
Gonna be done. No blocks. I feel like the curious pair, they like went back when they made it their way back. They went back and told the village. They were like, guys, there's a beast in the woods. We gotta get him.
Put him in a cage again. This time, take his keys, please. Take his keys before you put him in the cage. All right.
We'll see. We'll see. And we draw. Oh my god, you're not gonna
Oh no.
believe it.
Oh,
This
he had a secret pocket. He had a secret pocket. He had a spare set of keys in his secret pocket.
Keep the beast locked away. He's got
He's so sad.
all,
I didn't hear that
all the, I
before.
know. I love the sound effects when he comes on. It's so good. He's got the whole village.
He shouldn't cry if there's a 1/1 in play, though. He should only cry if there's no 1/1 around.
Oh, that's
Although
true.
maybe he's only
That's
love
good.
struck. Maybe he's only no. He can't be love struck until there is a 1/1. I got it backwards. He's sad because the 1/1 is there and their love cannot be because he is such a beast.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, well, the good news about the... so here, in the alternate ending of this story, the witch successfully puts the 2 kids in the oven.
Yep. There's a ton more brooms.
Yeah, the brooms are now taken over. But good news, that was just an alternate take. That was just a thought experiment. We still have them.
And maybe there's always more kids,
And
you
look,
know?
the witch is back too.
Oh, the whole gang's back together.
And we're going to use the lotus field here.
Your dad, is that Borfo? It is Borfo.
No brooms there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh! So many brooms.
So many brooms.
Food,
Eventually the brooms are going to get there. I'm just, you know, this is going to be completely taken over by Fantasia, and suddenly this is going to be all about the brooms.
It melds into a different fairy tale. I mean, this is all I can do is just keep summoning some villagers here.
Yeah, you need to kill this hawk. This hawk is getting all the points.
No, but I used all my... I need to... My prison realm is here.
Yeah, don't try to lock the hawk in a tower, though. That's not going to work out for you.
Yeah.
All right, so how about... I can start throwing food at you. That makes some sense.
Hey, is this true? My chat's telling me... Duck Melvin's telling me that... is the video of the origins of Beauty and the Beast, and she has 2 wicked sisters. They get turned into gargoyles at the end, so that's why the gargoyles are in my deck. And she gets a magic mirror from a wish-granting fairy. Now the magic mirror would have been sick because there are some cards. Maybe I can add that into the deck.
Sure. Well, I
After
think you were
this.
fine on gargoyles because, I mean, you have a castle. Who's going to complain
yeah,
about the
there
flavor
are-
win of gargoyles on your castle? Come on.
Yeah, there definitely are gargoyles on the castle from the Disney movie, which is where my knowledge of Beauty and the Beast
Sure.
comes from. Now, Cinderella and some other fairy tales, I know the real ones. The real ones, quote unquote. Oh, Ginger Brute. Oh, she baked him in that oven. I mean, talk about a grindy game. Just one.
Is there any good attacks? I have all these brooms, but they can't really attack yet. But I've still got these 2 attackers.
What I need right now, ironically, is a sweeper.
Well, you definitely need it soon, because I'm going to go for this now.
Oh.
The insatiable appetite.
And I'm on a 1 turn. Oh. Oh wow, this is a lot going on here.
Find your out. Let's see, we can go... You know, in a busy kitchen, you need a double oven.
Nope, that's it.
All
Enjoy
right.
land.
Hansel and Gretel,
Hansel and Gretel win.
first blood.
I mean, it's a ruthless tale.
It's a ruthless hawk.
It's a ruthless hog.
Who knew?
Very fun. Should we switch decks now?
Yeah, you better scoop though. You think I'm gonna scoop? I'm not scooping. There we go.
I'll scoop it up.
All right, I had some viewers help me with my mana bases while I was playing that one. I'm gonna go check my whispers and get an updated second deck here.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's see. We'll open this pack that we just got for something. Let's see what we got. Oh, nice. I just opened up an Oko. Very nice.
Oh, nice. Where's oh, you're gonna make me rebuild. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do a quick mana update because Hat
Okay,
gave me a sub menu, and this is for which one, Hat? Jack and the Beanstalk?
Yeah, he's got no pants.
Temple
I was gonna make a
Jack.
Little Mermaid one, but it's just too. It's like already supported tribe, so that's like pretty good. So I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's
You could probably make an
next
intentionally
here.
weak one or whatever, but yeah. Okay, so minus Temple of Silence.
Be the magic.
Oh,
mirror.
minus 2 Temple of Silence. Minus 1 Godless Shrine. Plus 3 Temple Garden. Bing, bing, bing. And minus 1 of each basic. 1. And plus 3 Fabled Passage. Thanks,
I
Hat.
don't really have a true. Okay.
All right, my Jack and the Beanstalk is ready when you are.
Ooh, Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay, Jack and the Beanstalk versus Cinderella. See about it. So this is I built a 5-color deck because the Cinderella flavor cards were kind of across all colors.
Oh yeah, my Snow White is the same way. Snow White's a mess. Although that one's kind of yeah. Mana is never easy when you are a slave to flavor.
Yeah.
All right, I got a challenge off when you're ready.
Okay, sweet. I accidentally challenged Sparky. Here we go. No, did I? Oh my god, I forgot to change my deck again. This is too much going on.
Do you want to cancel out of this?
Yeah, let me, I'll concede to you.
Perfect hand incoming. Actually, not so much with our rule. It doesn't matter. I'll skip to you or whatever.
Got it. There we go. Oh, I like the little fox for this season. Yeah, so anyone who's just joining, we are battling the Ryan Spain, doing flavor mashups, flavor decks of different fairy tales for the new set, Throne of Eldraine, that just came out. We just did Beauty and the Beast, Hansel and Gretel 1. Those kids are brutal. They shove an old woman into an oven. And they shoved me into the oven as well.
Mm-hmm. Everybody into the oven.
All right. This one I feel good about.
Yeah, this looks all right. We're going to keep this. Nice to be thought of as the something in some circles at any rate. That's cool. I do this before I completely forget. Even though you're supposed to, you know.
Passage. Yeah, so starting off, Cinderella, the fairy guide mother comes around.
Perfect.
She's like, "What's up?"
Perfect. Well, the goose that lays them isn't around, but here's an egg anyway.
These Rebecca Gwylands that you have, so pretty.
Yes, I totally selected them and didn't just let it choose them for me.
So
I was a little hasty.
The Cruel Celebrant is one of the evil stepsisters.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, yeah.
Take a bow. Oh, yeah, I love it. We didn't really have the wicked stepsisters, so that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing here? I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I guess we'll do... that and make more eggs. We have Obzon Tron over here with our perfect mana.
Then the fairy godmother's just gonna suddenly disappear.
She must have done her duty.
Yeah. Then... Oh no. Go.
Next turn, that celebrant's Peter Panning it. Yeah, you need Fairy Godmother and Peter Pan. She could be Tinkerbell and be the you can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Well,
I'd also love to build a Robin Hood deck because those cards just seem like very good.
Totally. I also want Red Riding Hood. You could use the Robin Hood card as Red Riding Hood too, because it's a riding hood that's red.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm gonna go with Jack's cow. I'm gonna trade this for some beans eventually.
Classic. Well, fittingly, what happens at the end of Cinderella to her sisters is Cinderella gets her bird friends to peck out their eyes.
Oh man!
So Revenge of Ravens is here.
That is not the Disney version.
Disney version, and also in the real version, in the quote-unquote real version, her sisters, to fit into the glass slipper, they also have parts of their foot.
Oh yeah, they like cut off their feet and shave off sides of their to squeeze it in. Oh man. Hey, like, would you shave off a little bit of your foot to be completely set for the rest of your life in the medieval times? Actually, probably shaving off your foot is going to kill you in medieval times, so probably not. Yeah. You probably don't want to do that.
I would not trade living in a world with vaccines and antibiotics for anything.
That is a good point. Well, we're going to start grinding bones to make bread here.
Excellent. Very good. Very good.
And we got all the eggs, no basket. The goose is just laying eggs and nobody's around. I'm gonna find Jack. I've got the bulwark giant, which is our giantess, the giant's wife, but I'm gonna send her to the bottom for now.
Uh-huh.
And get in there, cow. Oh.
No blocks. That sister's not going to get in the way of a cow. Oh my gosh. Never.
I mean, a 3 power on a cow is... I guess it's got a magical glow about it, so who knows? Maybe it's got some sort of properties that... magical properties that make it a threat. Maybe it's a cow from the Tick. In the Tick, there was a man-eating cow.
Luckily, this sister has been blessed by the fairy godmother.
Oh no, sending the cow to prison? What did this cow do to you? I guess it hit you in the face for 3. Oh, it does? I didn't look at it.
It kicked me with its hooves. And the fairy godmother took pity on the cruel sister. Or maybe she just got a little confused. She's been drinking too much fairy juice. And she was like, you get a blessing, and you get a blessing, and you get a blessing.
Everybody. Oh, here's the goose. The goose finally shows up.
Honk.
And let's go tapped. I kind of want to self-mill, but...
So
I hope I don't mill you out for the win. That would be a bit much.
Yeah. The ball's in full swing.
Oh no! Of course, the midnight clock.
The midnight clock. What do we want to do? I think we're going to build the millstone. Turn that back into a pumpkin.
Well, we are going to do some self-mill, actually. Oh, there's Jack's axe. I don't know how we're going to knock this beanstalk down now, but there you go.
Oh, the goose, it's flying, but it can still block. Go.
My old Magic Online instincts. I went to right-click on the midnight clock to auto-yield to all future triggers, but that doesn't work on this system. That was a Magic Online thing. All right, we'll put that tapped.
Oh, I actually just realized that this taps for blue mana. This is a great card. This
It really
crazy.
is. And it
This
does
is going
each upkeep.
in all my commander decks.
That's a good commander card. Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a message.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, the gooses these days are pretty aggressive and mean, I hear, so...
Yeah, yeah. The internet's loving the Untitled Goose Game, so
Right.
this is very
That's your
appropriate.
Untitled Goose right there.
Untitled Gilded Goose.
I don't
Okay.
care about your
Now it's time.
Raven Revenge. All right, play me something big.
Cruel Celebrant, this sister, she's really having all the luck with these fairy guide mothers. This go around.
Yeah, maybe the guide mothers got their notes mixed up and they're helping the wrong sisters.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I forgot about the our legendary rule.
Oh, that's okay.
Very guide
Aren't there three of them?
Oh, that's in Sleeping Beauty.
That's Sleeping Beauty. I mix them all up, I guess.
But maybe for this, I mean, I don't know why the Cruel Celebrants, the stepsisters, wouldn't have fairy godmothers too. They just don't need them because
Sure.
they're not like enslaved in their own homes.
Maybe I'm just supposed to be eating the food here in this one. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. Finally. Look who showed up.
Oh no!
And you know what? I was hoping you would finally play something that would allow me to use the spell side of Jack here, but for the flavor, we're going to get Jack out there with the giant.
There we go. There he is. We got the whole gang. Jack's running down the beanstalk with the goose. I mean, I'm gonna speed up the clock a little bit.
Time flies.
Time flies. And then won't attack.
Yeah, I think in my rereading of Jack and the Beanstalk in preparation for making this deck, the funniest thing was easily that that the giant's wife totally messed up. Like, she totally let Jack off the hook. She had him.
Yeah.
And she let him live, and he wrecked everything in her life. So,
Yeah.
you know, don't go easy on the intruders in your life. Like,
That's a real lesson. Yeah, the lesson is not like from Jack's perspective. It's like from the giant's perspective.
yeah, Jack's just kind of a jerk. Thieving jerk face.
Up into their house. He steals their pet. He kills one of the guys.
Right.
He kills the giant.
Giant's just
Terrible.
dead. Giantess is like,
Dead.
what have I done? Honey. Oh, Rick, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Rick. Giant Rick.
Can't play this right now. Well, I could do the first mode, but we're going to save that because of self-imposed legendary rules.
Okay.
It's a little hint for Carolyn about what might be in my hand.
Uh-huh.
Although, actually, I got 3 that could be self-imposed legendary, so...
Yeah, well, could be more giants in the sky, you know? We're gonna take this one. Then I feel like this midnight clock is going to be the way to win this
I am
game.
not looking forward to you refreshing. I hope your flavor is so strong that drawing 7 cards doesn't actually help you. That's my big plan here.
Yeah, okay. The fairy godmother's she's not trying to fight.
I might do that, Hat. Hat has a suggestion for my current predicament, but throw that down. Trouble is this. I think I just want to play it straight. Oh, I need to be using my tap ability too. Or maybe this is the first time I've been untapped. Can't remember.
These Revenge of Ravens are really, just like the birds, the birds really come through for...
This card is supremely annoying. No question about that. And I'm slowly being whittled away by these stepsisters. Although I also need to be making food with my goose. Not exactly playing my tightest here, but also I'm not really at 6. We're at a virtual bazillion.
That's true. That's true. Do this, and then... Yeah.
Go ahead.
Evil stepmother, the
Spank
wicked guardian.
the sister. Spank the stepsister. No? Yes?
Yeah. She's mean to all her kids.
She is pretty mean. She's willing to shave off their feet to try and... It's like, oh, well, we tried to fit her into the slippers, but she died when the gangrene set in or whatever.
Then...
Well, plus, it's helping you kill me. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no! Here it goes!
It's time. Dong, 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 dong. Oh, yeah.
That's gotta feel good.
Yeah, that felt great.
So,
Steve?
can we deal 24 to you before this?
Can you?
No, I can't. Don't worry.
I was like, what? What kind of combos you pulling? Downfall. She deserved it. She deserved it. I was back. Oh.
No, those aren't worth it. My message that I sent earlier is no longer a good one.
Okay, well, this is very exciting.
I assume you have some choices now.
So, to even more than the Revenge of Ravens, this giant's gonna get pecked to death.
The Ravens are like, okay, 1 at a time isn't enough. Let's all 7 get him, and then we got this.
Yeah, it's like, everybody come on. Yeah, so they're gonna take out that giant. And then things have been getting real crazy in the kingdom, and Cinderella is nowhere to be found. And the prince's dad is very concerned. He's like, there's crazy stuff going on at this ball. We need to get the realm in order. King's here. Daddy's home. And then we'll just have that enter tapped.
Sit down, King.
Sit down, King.
More food. What is that? Oh, do I not have... Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, never mind. And we're gonna send in the cow. Gosh, can I even afford to? Maybe. Oh, I can.
Ryan's got the 7 Dwarves deck. You made the 7 Dwarves deck, correct?
Yes.
That's exciting. That's so fun. I was really hoping to open. I played a pre-release event last night. I was really hoping to open 7 Dwarves, but I only opened 2. That's okay.
The giant's back.
Oh, what?
Got a little pecked up, but ready for action.
Them birds can't keep him down. Oh, look in the art. They're like swarming around him, those birds.
Yeah, good old scale birds. They are actually ravens trying to kill it.
I tell you, this cow is...
It's a mad cow.
It's a mad cow. Okay. That... And...
I can't even process this guy. I'm just kind of waiting for you to do stuff with him, and
Yeah,
and
I
I'll
haven't
find out.
actually played with him before, so I'm just gonna draw some cards off him right now.
Makes sense. Because, you know, Clock Tower wasn't enough.
So, as you know, Cinderella, by the end of the story, she has some big grudges, and she calls in the Ravens to settle the score.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no!
Cheers.
Oh, no. Dead Giant number 2.
The giant number 2. They can't keep these guys alive. Noble King, I mean, what else do we want to do with him?
So many activated abilities.
Guess we can just give him trample right now. This
Sure,
is crazy.
that's a thing you can do.
I
Wait,
really want to build
all
a commander.
all creatures gain trample. That's funny. Just all of them.
Oh, everything?
Doesn't really
That's
matter on
nuts.
defense, but kind of funny.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, Jack's not gonna let that happen.
All right. This is a flavor win. Flavor win incoming, especially if we can draw the Screaming Shield here. Hopefully we draw a Screaming Shield. We didn't have a Screaming Harp, so I went with the only Screaming artifact that was available. But Jack, the giant killing rogue, is getting in there.
Yep.
As
He's
is
a
the
definite
cow.
rogue.
He's bringing his cow. Might barter the cow on the way.
Yeah, flipping kamikaze, good point.
Oh, well, it's
Birds
cool.
take down that giant.
I did draw a goose, which was the first thing he stole. So that's a pretty good flavor win.
Uh-huh.
Jack put on his rogue's gloves and stole himself a goose. But with the legendary, self-imposed legendary, I will not be playing this goose. I will be ending this turn.
Right. Now we've got Queen's coming out too.
King and Queen seems good.
King and Queen, they're at the ball. Stuff's going crazy. Then
Where's
I
the
think
prince?
I hope he shows up. I'm gonna give him one.
Yeah, Jack got his thieving on, and now this goose, this goose has some work to do. That's all right. Oh no, maybe I'm dead. I guess I get 2 foods to sack. Maybe that's enough. Technically 3, I think. I think I might live. Oh no! Maybe I'll live. Maybe
This
I'll
king's
live.
getting real pumped up.
Matt King.
Let's see.
Am I just dead? I might be just dead.
No, you've got the food tokens.
Well, let's see. But they've got trample, which is the problem.
Yeah.
So I think I don't think I can eat enough food to make up for that trample. But we'll eat some food, see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm just short because I can make one, but I can't sack it. So
Right. Got one.
I was at 1? Okay, wow. I thought they both had... my math is bad, I guess. But we are up against it. And I guess the
got
giant
Jack
killer
on the
needs to stay back here, as does. I mean, we can't attack into ravens, so we do get, however, to make another goose.
Honk honk.
We're not dead yet, though, Bruce. I'm being encouraged to go out on my terms, but my terms are with a victory.
Well, for flavor and seemingly the way the story's gonna end.
Ah, nice. Okay, okay. Do you have it?
Happily ever after.
Oh, wait, isn't it like? Don't you need like 25 though?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just wanted to play
You got
it.
greater. No, you're like. Let's see. You just need red. You need like
Here
red.
she is.
Hey,
Here
the
she is
princess
now.
is here.
Cinderella finally shows up.
We got some life on that
Then-
too there, so that's good.
I think we're gonna.
Oh. What?
I guess you can just eat that now.
Kenrith is all colors?
Ah,
What's that? Hold on, let me read this. Kenrith is white though. It's not. It's
he's
not.
white,
Yeah.
but as a commander,
Yeah.
his identity is white.
His
But
color
yeah.
identity is Wooburg, but as a creature for the purposes of happily ever after, he is
Yes.
white.
Ladder Goat, thank you for subscribing. Alright. Alright. Let's see.
All right, I gotta know if you figured this out too. Did you put Plain Wide Celebration in to go with happily ever after?
I did not. I should have.
It's perfect because it basically gives you all the tools you need to win with happily ever after, and it's a plain wide celebration, which is of course what happens when it's all happily ever after. I love it.
Yeah. I should have. But I was like, well,
Spread
it's
those
really
counters
just...
out. What are you doing making a huge king that I'm going to tap down? Come on.
Oh, you're right. See, this is really why I wanted to play with you, so I could get pro tips coaching. Let's see. I'm gonna attack though.
Oh man, this is going to go to decking at this point. Let's see.
I think I would have had you if I hadn't played the Happily Ever After, but for the flavor, I had to.
You had to. We are flavor slaves here. No question.
Flavor Slaves is what I should have titled the stream, but I didn't. Oh, the queen versus a cow. Tough.
Came out in a tie. Although we get some beef afterwards that's delicious.
Delicious. The queen will not be eating, though. She just gets to go and rest happily in the graveyard.
Ever after. All right, we've got the floating castle. This is of all the castles on Arena, this is the only one I could find that was literally in the air, which is where the Giant's castle is. And maybe we can actually use this. Let's go. That's going to hurt us, but we need some help here. I'm going to use this.
I didn't realize that the Lochthwain was in the air.
All right, we can continue on the mill theme here. We got the screaming harp. Okay, it's a shield, but it's screaming. It's pretty good that it's screaming. And let's see, put 3 cards. We're gonna put this on the goose. Extra tough goose.
That's a. I mean, it's gilded, so makes sense. Metal goose.
Yeah, that's a tough goose.
And floating is a lamp. Oh, it does look like a lamp. That's cool. Wow, I not lack for lands, I'll tell you that.
34 divided by 3 is 11 plus, or 12 mils. Or
trample.
ooh, raise the alarm, sure. Raise the alarm would be good.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, because he comes down shouting.
Yeah. The screaming harp. There we go.
I learned.
And now we're in trouble.
Is getting pissed. The prince has been nowhere. She's like, ain't the prince around? And he's like, no, I've been stealing from you. Man, I mean, I got a lot of lands.
Take a nap, King.
Take a nap, King. Will this be the end of the goose?
Oh no. I'm just gonna gain life. Look. Oh no, I don't want to. No blocks. Boom.
Oh.
Oh, it costs mana to tap. Okay. Let's go. Let's look at a little scry. It's not very good for us right now.
I love how brolic Cinderella is. She got tough. She did her laps running around in her shoes.
Right.
She's tough now.
Fatten the goose. Nice hat.
Right. I mean, let's do it. Let's do it again.
That princess is getting quite unmanageable. I'm just gonna do this now. Although at some point it's gonna be a toss-up here between king and princess.
Up. And you know what? That's enough for Jack.
Oh no! Well,
He's been thwarting the king and Cinderella for too long.
That's trouble, folks. That princess is like, well, I've been waiting for my one true love, but he ain't around, so I'm hitting the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's like, enough waiting for a guy. It's time to get strong. What else can I do? I've already given them trample and haste. Guess we'll play that so we can pump her up more if we need to next time. Oh, Cinderella. It's your time to shine, baby.
All right, Goose. I got a job for you. Get cooked.
Could bring some creatures back with the king, I guess. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, he could bring his wife back.
Yeah. That's kind of grim, which is, of course, appropriate for fairy tales. All right, so we also want to go... Sorry, this was on me and I didn't see. All right, we're going to create a food token before we die.
Excellent.
Goose bump. Very nice hat. This speed bump goose is a goose bump.
Oh, Cinderella punching right through the golden goose into Karn's face. Classic fairy tale.
Yeah, Karn shows up in all the classics. Okay, I don't think I put the Giant Wrath card in this deck because it felt like cheating. That would be like our one out.
Giant's Wrath?
The destroy all non-giant creatures.
Oh, is that the Realm Cloaked Giant?
Realm Cloaked Giant, yes. I decided not to.
That's a good one.
Being a little bit... In the same way, I also did not use Garrick as my woodcutter. It just felt like those were a little... my woodsman.
That would have been hilarious.
Like, it's there, right? But I just felt like...
You're not wrong.
Felt like that's a little bit much. But we have something that maybe...
Another goose.
Let's see, I gotta count my mana now, amazingly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 11, 10. Still cast it for 7, leaving us 1 food sack left. Okay, I think we get it all, so we're gonna do it.
Oh, there he is. I mean, Classic.
That's the beanstalk giant.
That's the beanstalk giant. There he is. Oof. Oh, he's a big boy.
That is not a small dude.
He's a big,
We have 4
big
mana
dude.
left. 2 of it I need for this food, but might as well throw the gloves. Beanstalk giant. This is part 2, Giant's Revenge, where
Nice.
the giant's brother is like, I'm gonna steal all that stuff back.
I love that. He's like, I'm gonna avenge you, Rick. Giant coming home with the treasure. Right, let's see. Full of mystery. Cinderella. How many cards are even left in the deck? Okay, we're gonna be good. Right, let's see. How big we can get these guys. We have 1, 2, 3. Oh, but she can't. Oh, perfect. Okay. What we're gonna do.
Don't figure it out. Don't kill me.
Cinderella is
Well, let's
such a
see.
sweet and gentle soul.
I'm a little bit intimidated by Cinderella.
I think we should all be intimidated and inspired by Cinderella. As she's been pumping iron.
Yeah, they're working out in the gym. Father and daughter gym time has really been going well.
Totally. And now she's such a sweet girl that this beanstalk giant block her.
I don't know if this gets me through 11, 12, 13. Oh, I think
Think
this
you're gonna
just...
be it.
I think we're at Exacxes here. I think you got me at Exacxes. Nice.
Let's see.
The Exacxes princess.
Yeah. Yay! Happily ever after.
I don't think that's how the fairy tale went, but I kind of like it as a modern reinterpretation. She didn't need a
Good
man,
too.
she just needed to get buff.
Yeah, she got buff. She did get some help from the king. Like, she he was her trainer, and then she just sweet talked her way to victory.
Nice. Very well done. All right, I'm going to fix the man. We got Snow White. Snow White's good, right? Did we decide Snow White is okay? No, it was the other one. Did somebody fix the mana on Snow White? Hat, did you do Snow White too?
Okay, let's take a look at this. I have the Little Mermaid, which I didn't try and optimize as a mer tribal deck.
You can run me over with Merfolk if you want. I just need a minute to make sure this base black, white, and red. Yeah, let's see. I just need a little bit of moment.
Ooh, I want to see the Snow White in action. I want to see the Snow White 2 Dwarven Boogaloo. Love it. Kamikaze, good one.
Like that. And then, yeah, we should get another passage in there like that. And then we need black, white first and foremost. Oh, mana. Mana not easy in these decks. Actually, let's do this first. Oh, I also hate, like when I say black, white, that's really all I want to see. But we can do a couple of those. Maybe like that. And then we need to add some red on the splash. We'll do that through Crypt. And, oops. Sacred Foundry, where does that leave us? I'm going to say this leaves us close enough. we got this Charm Sleep we were going to take out. Unfortunately, Charm Sleep is a tall ask for a deck that's not using blue otherwise. However, we are going to use Sleep Paralysis. You will...
I mean, classic. Gotta
Right.
have it.
Gotta have some way to put Snow White to sleep here. Let's reset this.
We're playing with historic decks because there were
Yes.
some fun flavor times that we gotta have. But I'd love to see y'all's suggestions for some modern legal fairy tale.
Oh, and I want to do... I have to have this Lotus land in here because of some of the extreme mana I'm doing. So I'm going to do a couple of Lotus Fields. And
It's good. Snow White goes through the... She picks flowers, da-da-da. Wait, okay, there's a couple more things that I want to put in here.
All right, I'm going to call that good. Yeah, we're fine. This 5-color monstrosity is amazing. All right, I'm going to send you a challenge, but join whenever.
Okay.
Still haven't finalized the arena dwarf names, so we've been working on those here. There's a lot of options.
What do you have so far?
The locked in, the absolute locked in is
Okay.
Tilty and Salty. Tilty and Salty are definitely two of them.
That's great.
And we need two that are like not ending in Y, 1, 2, because it's got to have the same cadence, right? So like Mox is okay, but I like Flood or Screwy could be one.
Screwy's good. Flood is a good one. I think Mox is pretty good. That sounds like it could be a real dwarf name also.
Yeah. Unfortunately, well, this actually might be okay, except we're going first. I have to mulligan this, unfortunately. We're going to keep this. But it ain't great, and we're going to send this away. I have the Happily Ever After Plane-Wide Celebration combo in here.
Oh, nice. It's very fun. Okay.
Laggy is probably good. Cheesy.
Oh, laggy?
Cheesy is good. I like it when the Y ones are actual words or the things we actually say. Because I do say I'm salty. I'm pretty tilty right now, you know. Janky is good. Janky, I like janky. Roddy.
Oh,
Janky. Yeah,
Janky's
Roddy
gotta
is
be
good
one.
for the limited
Spiky?
resources. Gotta have the Roddy.
Oh, by the way, I'm a huge limited resources fan.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for creating it's literally my favorite podcast.
Wow.
If you guys are Magic fans, you should definitely check it out. Ryan's one of the founders, and he's frequently still on it as a guest and co-host with Marshall and Luis Scott Vargas, and I just love it so much. Brutally, here we go.
The Merfolk, is that the Merfolk King? No, he's just an elite. All right, we've got...
He's a guard. He's one of the merfolk swimming around there. One of the guys. Maybe he's got his eye on Ariel. I don't know.
So as I justify my flavor here, I want to call out the Heart Piercer bow in the story of Snow White. The queen insists that the hunter take Snow White to the forest and kill her. And instead, the hunter hunts a beast and takes its heart to bring to the queen to convince her that the deed has been done. So that is our hunter's Heart Piercer bow.
Queen's not very good at anatomy because she doesn't recognize that it's not a human heart.
Spinning Wheel is a bit of a stretch, but in the original story, the Snow White's queen, Snow White's mom, is the good queen, and she actually has a moment where she pricks her finger and some blood drops, and it makes her think about the white snow. Anyway, the very beginning of the story is the good queen pricking her finger on a needle, and since that's actually a common fairy tale trope with the spinning wheel, I thought it was just appropriate enough for me to slide it in there, especially because the mana is so awful in this in this deck. We needs it.
So, with my Deep Root Elite, the Curious Obsession, which
of course.
Little Mermaid has with the land.
Brilliant.
And then sometimes on the way to your Curious Obsession, you make a discovery.
That's a 3-card flavor win right there.
Yep. Flavor win!
Have I read Fables? No, I don't know what Fables... Fables by...
Oh, the comic.
The comic.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
look.
a comic called Fables.
That's gonna be good.
Really good, and it's about it's like all of the fairy tale characters kind of get trapped in our world. They're on the run from their world. Oh, there's the first one.
First dwarf shows up, and the charming prince.
Together.
I think we're gonna scry here. Actually, let's scry. We don't need that. That's actually actively bad for us. How about her? Do we want her yet? Oh, it's just so on flavor. I kind of want to, but I'm gonna say we need something else in our game, and I will equip up a dwarf.
Got no pants. I did not know that about the original Sleeping Beauty tale. That is messed up.
What new twisted thing was in the original this time?
It's pretty horrible. When she's she ends up getting molested by her dad while she's asleep, and then gives birth to kids while she's sleeping. That's messed up.
That is really messed up.
As dark as you can go.
Sea Floracle.
Sea Floracle. Sea Floor Oracle, this is I guess it's kind of the witch. Let's see, what do we want to do here? So I'll attack, so I won't have to sack the obsession. Sea Floor Oracle. On the Tales of the Sea.
Well, I think you can have one of these.
Right. Well, I have a feeling that there are going to be some more dwarves coming out, and the prince isn't really doing anything.
Yeah, the prince is like, I did my thing. I don't know what you want from me now. Well,
that's why he's shrugging. He's like, well...
I didn't plan on this, but it's going to be... Okay, let's see. Let's go... We're going to put this bow on the prince.
Oh, the prince is doing some hunting now.
Oh, yeah.
No. Folk are gonna hide from that prince.
It's gonna be so good.
It looks like this prince has not gotten his legs.
Sea legs, that's great. I get it. Because the mermaid grew sea legs.
Because the mermaid.
Flavor constructed is great.
Oh, it's so fun. And then I'm just gonna mill you for 4.
Well, what do we lose there? Glass casket, where of course
classic.
Our lovely Snow White resides, the foreboding fruit.
Here we go. We've got the whole kingdom. These are all Ariel's sisters.
I mean, she does come from a pretty big tribe. Do you have a crab in here somewhere, though? We better have a crab.
Oh, I don't think I do have a crab. I have a fish.
You're
but
fired.
I don't think all right. I quit.
He's only the best card in the best character in the movie.
That's true.
I can't do his voice, but you know. Oh, sweet! I was hoping you would show up.
Oh, nice.
The savvy hunter wears the bow.
The hunter. Yep. Perfect. Going after This is her bringing back the kill from to give to the queen.
No, don't! Don't kill my hunter.
I think we can do... It won't kill your hunter? I will sing to it.
No!
Yeah.
Oh no!
There
That's
we
good,
go. And then see Florical.
Dang it.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
hunter changed story. She fell in love with
That
the
is
mermaid.
raw. I had the biggest flavor win all queued
Oh
up.
no! Oh no!
Let's
And
go.
I feel a little cheating that it's like merfolk because it's just like supported. There you go, charming prince.
Haha.
He can get on through. He just that prince. Oh, very good. Okay.
Queen's Revenge. Oh,
Poison
that
in the
hunter.
ocean.
Ugh. Yeah, another
I'm not
harsh
really
part of the, like, in the original Snow White, the Wicked Queen is at the wedding and is trying to still mess things up there for Snow White, and the prince has none of it and punishes her by having her dance in red hot metal slippers until she dies.
Right. That's extremely
Dance,
messed up.
queen.
That's extremely messed up.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty standard stuff for punishment of attempted princess theft.
Hunter's doing some hunting, and she's bringing back some chum for the merfolk here.
This hunter was doing my bidding until you came along.
I mean, the entrancing melody of the merfolk, it's very hard to resist.
All right. So I ran Helm of the Host.
What?
But hold on. Hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
okay, let's hear it.
The dwarves are hosting Snow White. They're dwarves, so of course they have helms. But in the spirit of our, self-imposed flavor rules, this helm can only be put on a 7 dwarf. Because it's trying to help us make 7 dwarfs.
No kidding. Well, unfortunately for dwarves, helms are very heavy.
Oh no.
If you wear one when you go...
That's good. Is that Ariel in the picture? I don't think so, but... There is
thanks, Breakfast
some
Can.
red-haired red-haired mermaids in the art around here.
Let's do it. And there you go.
I wish this
Hunter.
did something.
Doing a lot of hunting.
I know. I was having enough trouble with the merfolk. Now I got my own hunter bashing me. All right, we need some help. Come on, deck. That's not quite what we were looking for, so unfortunately we have to do this now. And I guess we take out... Gotta take out the Oracle so that we can stop with the card draw.
It's a vengeful witch, that one.
Oh man, I really wanted to. I had dreams here
Oh.
of the happily ever after and plane wide celebration combo, which I actually now want to figure out how to build for standard.
Well, this guy could fit really in any deck, and I thought it would be appropriate to have him appear at some point on the stream today.
Oh sure, the guy responsible for all this stuff.
He's responsible for all of it. He's got a pretty
This is
messed up
basically
imagination.
The brother, one of the Grimm brothers here.
Yeah, Tulane Grimm. Okay. And then the Savvy Hunter's been living with the merfolk for so long now. We're gifting her with some power of the sea.
Sure.
The mantle of tides to her.
Not dead yet, is what I say.
Not dead yet. I feel happy.
I'm not gonna go with happy, but I'm not dead yet. All right, Prince, I got a job for you. Take one for the team here. Although maybe I need to just wait on. No, we're gonna do that. Hat, I'm not. We'll talk after Hat, but I have my reasons.
Oh no, that sounds ominous.
No, it's just about something else. Let's see. Okay, now maybe. Yeah, I think we have to do this.
Here we go. There's for Floody. Or Goey. Okay.
This looks like
Right.
salty. Oh yeah, he's salty.
He will be salty.
It's not even power based.
Win.
All right, that's gonna do it. Here's what I had. I had the flavor win of the Savvy Hunter equipped with the Heart Piercer bow that was gonna take a heart.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god. That's
unfortunately, you instead took the hunter, and now we did.
That's very good. So I think now we should play our favorite decks, or if you want to play this deck again, I'm gonna switch to Cinderella.
Yeah, you can
that
switch.
Was my favorite one to play.
All right, let's do one more. Maybe I'll vote it for my my side of the viewers. Let's see. Let's go. So we have. Yeah, I'm gonna let chat decide. Quick 15-second poll of Snow, Jack, or Hansel.
Wizard Dad said one of the dwarves should be named Eldrazi. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh yeah. Thanks everyone for watching today. This has been a real fun time.
All right, we're going back to Jack.
Back to Jack. Jack versus Cinderella.
Was there anything let's see. I could put the giant wrath in before we play if you don't think that's too powerful. It's flavorful. It just felt like, you know.
I think it's flavorful. All
right. Well, I'll add one. We'll add one.
Maybe I should put in the was there anything else that we needed in Cinderella?
Couldn't remember that. Anything in Cinderella.
Anything
that we called
were
out.
Missing from Cinderella? Oh. Better shoes.
switch that.
Got our sisters. We've got our mean mom. You're welcome, Wizard Dad.
Oh wait, I think I did the wrong. Did it not select? I clicked a bunch of stuff, but then I think I did the same thing you did. Let's see. I can't tell if it actually switched decks or not, but we'll find out when you
Okay.
accept.
Go. I will.
Oh yeah, Cinderella could use a broom. You could put a broom in for Cinderella if you don't have one of the sorcerer's brooms.
Oh, I don't. Okay, let me.
And that was kind of her job. Of all the ones that you want to you want to go do it. It turns out I do have the right deck, so we can run with it, or you can go back and do that if you want. Depends.
I'd like to add the broom. Let me do that. That sounds fun. That sounds real fun. We want to get the flavor just right. It's important.
Yes, Hat's like I don't know if her deck has the synergy for it though. Yeah, as if that mattered. It has the it has synergy. Perfect synergy. It belongs in the story, right?
Yeah. Okay, we got the broom. Yeah, I think that's it. She has the mice. I was thinking I could have put more birds and mice in it.
Now, if you've got the carriage, right? You have the carriage?
Yeah, we've got the carriage.
Of course.
We've got the Revenge of Ravens. Like, that's kind of doing the bird work.
I mean, yeah, I think also the mice are just, they go along with the carriage. So you've already got the carriage. That's fine.
Exactly. Here we go. All right.
Yeah, my line was the deck has to be functional. Like, we're not going to put something in that we can literally never cast or literally does nothing. But even our Millstone there was some.
Millstone was good. That was a solid flavor win.
Well, and there's also, we have some graveyard stuff that makes it not completely worthless. Ooh, and this is a nice flavorful start here.
All right. Okay, we'll start off with Isolated Chapel, Cinderella, going to church in the isolated realm that she lives in.
Jack's got the blade ready for thieving.
And then I guess yet again the fairy godmother is gonna come out.
Sure. And we're gonna go temple here. Nothing else to do. Bottom that.
Temple of Milady. We'll do that. And we'll leave that. She'll just punch you for one.
All right,
yeah, Jack's gearing up. He's gearing up to...
Here's one of our Jack cards.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Audacious.
It is pretty audacious to steal animated treasures from a cloud giant.
Yeah. Steal someone's pet?
After the cloud giant's wife has saved you from certain death.
Right? So messed up.
He is a pretty messed up dude, this Jack. Oh, I thought this equipped for one. Oh well. I had different plans for my turn, but this will be fine.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, it gives me treasure, so it works out okay. Ah, love it. Flavor win too. By attacking with our audacious thief with a prying blade, we have stolen the gilded goose. Flavor win. Flavor win. I want a flavor win right now.
Flavor win.
Flavor points at the very least.
Here we go. Got the goose. We got the goose.
I got food. I got treasure.
Jack's doing it up. He's living the high life. But it's not enough for him.
He wants a screaming shield, too.
Or... well... I think... Jack's... running over Cinderella. So her fairy godmother's gonna come in with an intervention.
Sure.
And take him out.
Good work, Jack.
Good kid.
You got the goose. We can work with that.
Then, no attacks. Guide Mother's, she doesn't do much right now.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That works. So, just like in the story, when Jack is attacked by the giant, or the giantess, or when Jack is noticed, the giantess comes in and gives him life back.
Oh, very good. Yes, very good. This is excellent. Oh, here, now he finally shows up. But I don't think we want that yet. I think we're gonna want this. Revenge of Ravens. It's here. I can't be having... Cinderella's gotta get protected by her birds.
And then... I'm not sure I needed to pay that life. I guess we'll find out. You're gonna make a food token. And, fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell the blood.
Oh my god,
of an Englishman.
her husband's here. Classic pair. I'll take that 3. Well, this fairy guide mother's really protecting Cinderella. She's gonna turn this giant into a pumpkin.
Oh man. Pumpkin magic.
Pumpkin magic. And then here he comes, finally showing up. Prince Charming himself. He's looking for Cinderella. Where is she?
Asking the guide mother.
He's gonna scry around for it. Yeah, and then punch it for 1.
Let's see. What's going on? Why can't I? Huh. Oh well. All right. Punched for 1. Big giant down, but we have pretty vengeful wife here. Coming to steal
Taking
back
up
her stuff.
Yep. Birds are protecting us well. Prince Charming's not. He's not going to get in the way of a rampaging giant. That's not his. He's a soft boy.
And this is pretty good. We've got a giant out, so we're going to grind your bones to make our bread, but also we're going to slay the golden goose.
Oh!
Killing the golden goose. Flavor win!
Flavor win! Is it goose in the story?
Yeah, this is the first thing Jack steals is the golden goose.
Oh, he takes it. Yeah, he takes it, gives it to his mom.
And I'm gonna wait on that goose though. I got plans.
I mean, clock's ticking.
Huh? Tick away. I think we can beat you by midnight.
With the ball again. I don't know if you can, because there's so many birds around.
Oh, that is a lot of damage to my face bones, but we do have a lot of food, so hopefully the food gets us there.
Birds help
Goose
her
coming.
pick out the lentils from the ashes. They help her, and then they pluck out her sister's eyes at the end. Once Upon a Time, classic.
And what do we want? Maybe we should do that. Well,
Once Upon a Time.
I guess we should take this since I can't play the other one anyway, given our self-imposed legendary rules. Only one
The
thief
cow,
allowed.
we get the goose.
This. This.
Oh, you got the whole gang almost,
Oh, yeah.
except the daddy
We're
giant.
gonna draw a card even. Oh, did I not have it? Oh, I thought that was mana, not life. Never mind. Or, yep. Yep, never mind. Pay no attention to the man failing to cast stuff. We are going to send these two, though.
Oof, that feels good.
Not from where I'm sitting, because the thief hits me too. Only five damage to attack, but look, see, it produced, well, something we can't actually cast. Never mind. Oh, maybe we can. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, we don't have 2 foods. Maybe actually, we probably just need the food now, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say let's make 3 food and not die. It seems like a reasonable plan.
Delicious. We've got the midnight clock. And what do we want to do?
I expect you to die.
I think I'm gonna speed up the clock here a little bit. Aw, baby, draw. I'll just try and pin you down. I think
This goose has got you cooked.
Oh! We have each upkeep. This is so great. This card is so good. And I love cards that do, it just does like so much.
Right, it's just doing a lot of stuff over there. Well,
Gorgeous.
I don't even know. I'm going to eat some food now just because it seems like every time I attack, I lose 20 life. So eat some food.
I mean, I think you should attack with all your creatures and just keep attacking.
Well, it's kind of the plan. I mean, this is going to deal 7 to me just to attack, but I'm in.
Oh, look at all those triggers. I love it.
Just keep eating. Just keep eating, team. We'll be fine.
The Charming Prince finally got some guts. He's gonna take on Jack himself. They're gonna go head to head.
Temple. Ooh, yeah, we kind of need that just because it's what it is. And then I'm going to go shields down if you can somehow hit me for 6. We have another cow. Now, I don't think of the cow as a main character that's under the...
Oh, I think that's good.
I mean, they only have the one cow,
have...
but there's other cows at the market, I'm going to say. There's cows all over the place in this plane.
I am going to destroy your blade because that thing's, I'm not loving it. You know, I'm not loving that extra treasure it's giving you. And this fairy godmother, and then I guess do I want just gonna put another midnight counter on it there.
Sure.
Oh, it can tap for itself? Oh, I didn't... Oh, this is great. This is my favorite card in the set so far, Midnight Clock. I love it.
You see, it seems to be growing on you with every passing turn.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite card?
A favorite? Oh man, they're all. It's really tough to pick a favorite on the flavor front.
Sure.
in a sense, I really like the Gilded Goose. I think this is just doing a lot of flavor work.
Yeah.
And on that point, here we go. Lay us an egg here, Goose.
Perfect. Very good.
And that's interesting. How about go ahead and try this on...
Chopping down the beanstalk.
Well, I could put it on the goose, but I think the goose needs to sit around making hay.
I love it. This vengeful giantess.
I need to go into full control to not die if I attack with all this stuff. And I do have... I gotta make sure how much mana I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, so we can sack both of these. Hornet's Nest is a great top-down magic card hat. Good call.
Eating some food before battle.
Yeah, eating some food to not literally die in battle. Go,
here we go.
Gosh, you gain a lot. This is a hard thing to overcome.
Yeah. I think the fairy godmother had to die to that giantess. She couldn't let that happen. Like this.
Maybe I can only attack with my giant here, or else I'm just going to kill myself. I don't know if the 1 point I'm getting through with these cows is worth it.
Here we go. It's time. Dong, 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 dong.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 damage. She's at 12. Come on, deck. Give us something. Give us something. Although you're not really at 12. You're really at a million because I attack you with stuff and these Raven's Revenges.
Right.
Well, that's going to do that. And then I'm going to eat this for food.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
And now I do think I can only try and get you with the giant. Well, maybe I need to just suck it up here.
Ah, my eyes! I wish I had some magic birds to take revenge on for me.
We got you from 12 to 7, and myself from 9 to 3.
Oh, magic.
Ooh, I can do that. Oh, that's exile. Never mind. Play something really big.
Something really big?
Yeah.
I don't have any creatures, but take vengeance. That giant's done so much.
Oh, that's a tough one. Although we can get back up to 5. The axe gets to go. An axe-wielding cow.
I was gonna be in prison. The cow's going to prison.
All right, cow can go to prison.
That can stay. Then the last cow is gonna get pecked to death by the birds. Pecked to death by birds is the win con of both
that is
Cinderella
rough.
and this deck.
Now I can't even attack profitably. It'll give me time to sit here and rebuild my life total.
Here we go.
What a grindy format this is in general, though. This food, I mean, this isn't limited or anything,
yeah.
but my gosh.
Yeah.
I guess we'll
it's
hook up
super
the
grindy.
goose.
Like, I could use maybe a little bit more interaction, but it's like, I love a long magic game. Like, I'm down. This...
Oh, yeah, I gotta use Lochthwain Castle after I get some juice, though. I'll probably do that here. Light.
Cinderella's birds are very
Oh, stop it.
mad that your goose has been betraying goose kind.
I'm just trying to make some food. We'll
Fairy
resolve
tales that I
that.
want to do this with. There's Pinocchio, Little Red Riding Hood, the Billy Goat Gruff.
Oh man, there's a million.
There's Cinderella's
Stuff in
uncaring
here.
dad who just like marries the mean stepmom and like neglects Cinderella and doesn't notice that she's being tortured.
The
basically.
dads make some really questionable relationship choices in these fairy tales. Like, how long did you date her for? Was this just a marriage of like generational wealth
different
thing?
time.
You know?
Yeah, it was a different time. You know, you had to marry whoever had the most cows, or just whoever was around. Small village, you know, it's tough.
All right. Again, no giants to kill in your deck, but we got Jack back, and he's going to start
Jack back.
stealing stuff. Maybe.
There he goes. He's got his axe.
1 point at a time with the axe.
Yeah. But I don't think you can do that before you die from the ravens.
That's the thing.
And unfortunately,
with the goose gone.
axe can be turned into a pumpkin.
Oh, and you can sack artifacts, but you don't have any artifacts. Okay, so we're still okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
Artifacts are other creatures, but I'm just drawing Oh, there we go. There we've got a food from that.
That's one.
Let's do it. This guy's gonna eat some food, eat some curly bananas, get pumped up.
I can eat food too, ha.
Ha! Bit. Oh, wow.
I'm so glad you had that meal. Wait, does it not work? Oh, converted mana cost. Never mind. I thought at 3 power I had you, but nope. All right, well, we're going to do this.
There he is. Oh, that's a big boy. It's not gonna be good for me.
And
I wish I had my
do this.
removal back.
Haha.
Oh. Attack into that.
All right, so we need food badly.
This is Cinderella's dad versus Beanstalk, Giant, and Jack.
Axe. Gloves. And murder.
I was like, wait, are you ready? Do you have a murder in there? No.
If I do that, I'm probably dead, so I can't do that. But if I don't do this, what am I doing? I guess I'm actually gonna wait. Those revenge. Oh, yeah, I suppose tap and win. I just didn't want to die on my own, but she's got a card. Let's see. Let's see. Do we get there?
Yep.
Ha-ha!
Oh, Cinderella!
Giant's Revenge.
Giant's Revenge.
Looking for Jack. Couldn't find him. Settled for you.
You know what's funny is it seems like the bloodier the story, the better the cards are in the flavor win. Like Hansel and Gretel is a very brutal story, and that did good.
Yeah, that's true. That was fun, though.
That did pretty good. Yeah, that was great. Ryan, thank you so much for playing today, and that was like perfectly timed out too and everything.
Yeah, I got it right to 2. I'm gonna pick up drafting again. We left a before we started playing. I took my first Eldraine draft to 2-0. I'm gonna lower my desk and go for 5. But
awesome.
Thank you so much for the invite. That was a blast. I will do a flavor challenge with you anytime, Carolyn. That was awesome.
Great. Yeah, same here. Thanks so much. We'll see you later.
All right.
And thanks everyone for watching.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna leave. Okay, cool. So we should be back here. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, College Humor and Dropout Live, for suggesting that little intro to this format. That was great. I liked it a lot. I love those deck building challenges. I don't know if any of you watched any of the Magic Online community cups I was a part of, but basically every year there were big flavor brews for the community cup, and it was probably my favorite event of those community cups back in the day, making decks in which your win condition is the best flavor instead of the best power. So I have a soft spot in my heart for those and had a really great time. But you know me, I'm also a limited spike. Did we spin today? I better make sure we haven't spun this account yet. Glad we saw that. But let's see. I'm gonna lower the desk, log out, and I'm gonna get a little snack. I don't need like a big break, but I just want another beverage and some fuel to keep me going. I'm gonna update my my info and send out another tweet, and then we'll be back and finish up the 2-0 draft. Okay, hang tight.